That's why I said, if they're willing to offer, in trade, a roof, shelter, a little bit
We're
of
willing to
food.
work.
Maybe you should go to the Tuesday City Commission meeting.
What time is that? Where is it?
It's at City Hall, which is one block up here.
Okay.
The meeting starts at 1:30. It's the second item on the agenda, and they'll be talking about what kind of legal approaches they could take to whatever problem it is if they feel like they've identified.
See, it's weird that,
But they'll allow
not,
public input.
Yeah, I mean, we're not stealing from stores, I mean, going around and asking people for just a bit of spare change. The people who can afford to provide that spare change, do you really think it's going to hurt their daily coffee? You know what I mean?
Well, what kind of reaction do you get from people mostly?
Sometimes they're just like, no, sorry, And every now and then you get someone who's just very uppity,
Really?
Every now and then.
And say what?
It's just, I think she was probably just not on her meds, but I mean, first I said, tarot cards, readings for donations. I don't even ask for a specific amount, just donations. Tarot card readings for donations. She says, oh, no, it's okay. And I said, well, thanks, have a good night. So don't worry about it, I still like you, And I said, well, I figured, and I kept trying to say this one sentence, and every single time I got to, well, I figured, she would say something else, like, just screaming back at me, like, I don't even know what she said. She was just screaming back at me, and all I wanted to say was, well, I figured this is better than holding out a sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have rabies. We're not going to bite. We're not going to steal. Most of us, you wouldn't guess that we're homeless to look at us twice. There's one lady, she has a white vest, and she's a little older, like blondish, whitish hair with a white vest. She's homeless. She doesn't look it one bit.
Really?
No. Not in the least.
So there's maybe a misperception of what Fort Lauderdale's homeless are like?
Yes.
I mean, and here's the really bad part. A lot of us are actually in our 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, there's actually quite a few of us who are actually in our 20s who are younger, who just ended up on some hard times because of the economy, and we have nowhere to go. You have homeless shelters for people with AIDS.
Yeah.
People who are 21 and under.
Yeah.
With kids. With AIDS, it's HIV positive, with kids, veterans, mental disabilities, physical disabilities, anything, over 50, under 21, with kids, HIV positive, on drugs, rehabilitation centers. You've got homeless shelters for them. But if you're anywhere from 21 to 45, and you don't drink, you don't do drugs, and you're normal, you're actually a capable person, you don't get any help.
Because I guess are there organizations that would help you find a job, like Workforce One?
Not lately.
No.
Workforce One, they don't have any jobs from what I hear.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Well,
not sending
times are
anybody
tough.
out.
Yeah.
No one's sending anybody out. And, it would be really, really easy to fix the economy. In all seriousness, I think.
If you know what? One thing that would be absolutely awesome is providing some kind of entrepreneurship sort of program for people who are homeless. Because not only will it provide jobs for the people who are homeless, but the people who are homeless are able to correct the workforce problem by adding more jobs. So if you have some kind of an entrepreneurship program for the homeless, that would help get a lot of people off the streets. Because most of the people here, if you're homeless, the only way to get by is to be an entrepreneur. Like Mike, the weaver, you've got several people who are, there's the can man down on Riverfront. There's several people who are making a product and making a few bucks here and there doing it. What if they were given a few $1,000s to get an established place?
Right.
That's all it would really take.